Can switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Do the Archon Tigers make too many transactions?
Jacked up, Commissioner's office. Yeah, Zach. Yeah, okay, you want to make a transaction? Okay. Okay, you want to add Mark Sanchez and drop Sam Bradford. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, Zach. Bye. Yeah, Zach, what's up? Okay, now you want to drop Bradford? Okay, but 4 minutes ago you just picked him up. Okay, so drop Sam Bradford and pick up Mark Sanchez. Okay. Okay, you also want to pick up Danny Woodhead and drop Jason Snelling? Okay. And add, wait, hold on. You just changed your mind? Now you want to take Kareem Huggins and drop Danny Woodhead, the guy you just picked up 2 seconds ago. Okay. All right. Actually, can you hold on 1 second? I have another call. Yeah, hold on. Commissioner's office. Zach, I'm on the phone with you on the line. What are you doing, man? Okay, so you want to pick up Mike Bell and drop Mike Hart. Okay. Okay, I got you on 2 lines. All right, bye. Okay. Okay, wait, hold on. Now you want to drop Mike Bell that you just picked up and take Carson Palmer. Okay. All right, okay. Okay, now you got a trade. Okay, what's the trade? Trade for Frosty Paws, okay? And who are you picking up? Marion Barber, Kyle Lorton, and Brandon Lloyd. Okay. All right, is that it? I mean, okay. See you, Zach. Bye. Commissioner's office. Yeah, Zach, what's up? I just hung up the phone with you. Okay, now you want to drop Kyle Lorton for for Eli Manning? Okay, and you want to drop Marion Barber for Todd Heap. So 2 guys that you just traded for 2 seconds ago, now you want to pick them up. I mean, drop them for somebody else. Okay. Okay, bye. Okay, welcome back to the Week 6 recap show. That commercial break was brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes or more can save you 15% or more on your car insurance. Let's move on with the recap here. The Bulldogs and Jake the Snake here, 131-106. Nice win there for the Bulldogs. I give you credit. You're 4-2. I did not think that you're going to be 4-2 at this point of the season. Peyton Manning has a consistent game once again, 26 points. But Dwayne Bowe, welcome to the 2010 Fantasy Football League, Dwayne Bowe. 31 points, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just a great performance there by Dwayne Bowe, finally. And, you know, that's about it. Mendenhall did his usual against the Browns. Brandon Marshall, his usual, over 100 yards. For Jake, you know, tough luck there. Once again, you lost Ryan Grant for the season. You lost Schenko for the season. So stay away from the Packers there, Jake. Deshaun Jackson has like 30 points or whatever it was in like the first quarter. Then he gets a concussion. He goes out of the game. Who knows how many points he could have scored. I mean, the guy was just in the zone, on fire. Macklin becomes #1 receiver. He has 30-some points and 2 touchdowns. So some of those yardage and points could have been Deshaun Jackson. You lost by 25, Jake. You never know. Maybe you could have, you know, done a little better. But Joe Flacco, 27 points for Joe. I predict he's going to have the best game of the season. I think that is his season high in fantasy football points. And the Eagles defense, 16. That's about it, Jake. It's going to be a tough year for you, man. With these injuries, it's tough to recuperate from losing your #1 tight end, your #1 running back, your #1 wide receiver. Tough to do, man. But let's see if you can make some transaction moves, or maybe you can talk to Zach and he can help you out with some trades. Who let the dogs out? Marky Mark. That's my analysis for the Bulldogs. And like I said, another one bites the dust for Jake the Snake, with Deshaun Jackson being out for about 2 to 3 weeks. Let's move on to the game of the week here. The 1-4 High Flyers and the 1-4 T-Mac Attack. 106-85 is the final score in this game. You know, this was definitely the game of the week, no doubt in my mind. This was a matchup of, the Russian MiGs against the guys from Top Gun. And in this case, the two guys from the Top Gun, the two teams, decided to go head-to-head because the Russian MiGs were no match. So in this case, Maverick and Goose ended up beating Iceman and the Slider, which doesn't really happen in the movie. And rumors has it that T-Mac is already written off this season, looking to sell his team, and he is auditioning for the 1973 remake of Flipper. T-Mac attack does get from Pierre Garçon 103 receiving yards and 22 points in the first half of that Sunday night game. He gets hurt, so tough luck there for T-Mac. Sanchez doesn't really do a whole lot on the road. He is a totally different quarterback in New York versus playing on the road. This is a team that just cannot score any points. That's about your average T-Mac, 85 points, but you do have the best new logo in our league. You're definitely giving some competition there to the Prime Timers. Definitely a good logo, so kudos to you. For the High Flyers, he finally gets his second win of the season. This is a team that's been underachieving. Roethlisberger, who he just picked up on the trade from the Archon Tigers, has 3 touchdowns, has a nice game for not playing all year, 30 points, and the Giants defense come up. That's about it. You didn't really have to do a whole lot, Michael and Seth and whoever else is behind a curtain there for the High Flyers. You don't have to do a whole lot to beat the worst team in the league. We move on to Zach and the Eliminators, and this was definitely the ugliest game of the week in my opinion. Zach wins by 5. Eli Manning, who he just picked up thanks to T-Mac dropping him, scores him 20 points. And Anquan Bolden gives him 15. Steven Jackson 16. That's really about it. Everybody else for the Archon Tigers scored in single digits, including his defense, who did nothing. Nate Kading pulls a hamstring. He's out for a couple of weeks. For the Eliminators, where was this performance, Randy, last week when you played me? You averaged about 85, 87 points a game, which would have been enough for me to beat you last week, but of course you end up scoring your season high of 111. This is the Eliminator team that we're all accustomed to seeing week in and week out at the Jacked Up Fantasy Football League. There's more than one analysis here. I have so much analysis for this game that I couldn't even fit it all on one screen. The analysis here that first, Randy only has one good guy going for him, and that's Drew Brees, 36 points. The rest of his guys, no one scored more than 7 points. This is one pathetic lineup, Randy. You should consider changing your name to the Eliminated. For Zach, it's better to be lucky than good sometimes in this league. And my analysis for Randy, if you would have just scored your average, so your season average, you would have beat the Pussycat Dolls. But Randy, once again, disappointing loss. You're in the bottom tier of our league, and Zach once again gets lucky, is 5-1. The second analysis for this game is this is one of the few times that you will see a Cleveland Browns fan actually beat a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So Randy, and to all you Pittsburgh Steelers out there, TNT, all you fuckers, Cleveland rocks, now and always. Heineken Light is our sponsor, and I need to take a quick break here because I'm running out of breath here. I need to take a quick sip of my Heineken Light. Let's move on with the recap show. Week 6 picks. The commissioner goes 4-2 for the season. He's finally back to being above 500. Zach is 4-2 last week for the season. Who really cares? So let's look at the standings real quick here. Archon Tigers wins his 5th straight game. His only loss was to the Playmakers. He is 5-1. He is rolling. Tough matchup coming up this week against the Prime Timers. That could decide the #1 seed, in my opinion, this year in our league. Farmers Tan wins his 3rd straight game. TNT is back to 500. He joins me at 500 in our division. Again, the toughest division. I say it every single week. This is the toughest division in fantasy football. Everyone's at 500 or above, and our record against other divisions is, I think we have about an 850 winning percentage against everyone else. The Central Division, Prime Timers wins again. That's his 2nd straight win. He has a 2-game lead after only 6 weeks. A 2-game lead on a very pathetic, you got to admit, Ryan, the realignment of the divisions definitely benefited you, my friend. You are in the weakest division. I thought it was actually the West Division, but you are in the weakest division. You know, T-Mac Attack is already done. Frosty Paws and Serb Destroyers are 2 and 4. Way too many injuries for Serb Destroyers. Frosty Paws, let's see if that trade with the Archon Tigers is going to help them this season. Last but not least, the West. Bulldogs, again, congratulations, Bulldogs. 4 and 2, I give you credit, man. Your team is actually starting to put up some points, and that's the difference. That's why you're starting to win some games. Good for you, man. Look forward to playing you next week. Marky Mark, Cocoa Puffs, and Eliminators are 3 and 3. The worst 3 and 3 teams that I've ever seen. High Flyers are 2 and 4. He finally gets his second win of the season. Again, don't pat yourself on the back there, Michael. You played a worse team in T-Mac Attack. That is all the time we have. Again, I was flying solo tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you to our sponsors, PokerStars.com. Thank you to Heineken Light. Thank you to Geico. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys this weekend for the Week 7 preview show coming to you live from the Archon Tigers headquarters. Peace out.